Welcome, folks. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for this 30-minute Root Chakra yoga class. We will get settled in at the center of your mat, cross-legged. I'm on a block. Feel free to join me at the moment while we get settled into this practice. For the Root Chakra, also known as Muladhara, it's the first chakra in the human body. The location is situated at the base of the spine. Its name, Muladhara, actually means root and is associated with the earth element. This connection to the earth symbolizes our ability to feel firmly grounded in life, with the color red being linked to this root chakra. You can imagine a ball of red energy at the base of your spine. When the root chakra is aligned, it provides a sense of security, familial connections, and a feeling of home. It acts as the foundation of our energy system, allowing us to feel rooted in ourselves and the world around us. Some signs that the root chakra is blocked, the physical signs, might manifest as intestinal discomfort and issues in the lower body. Some of the mental signs would be when you reflect on your relationship with yourself and the world. If the chakra is blocked, you might experience increased distractibility, rushing from one task to another, feelings of exhaustion or lethargy, anxiety, stress, depression, feeling stuck. Some of the benefits of aligning the root chakra would be that some of those issues are solved. But it allows for a calm and steady energy throughout the body. You will feel grounded and at ease in your physical form and surroundings, and stress related to belonging and security will diminish. This class will be perfect for a little pick-me-up, help ground that root chakra, and we will move this practice forward. We are still soaking into the breath right now, enjoying the moment, not controlling it too much. We will take our time to get into this practice. However, we will be starting with alternating nostril breathing. If you're not familiar, you will take your peace fingers, your pointer and middle finger, put them on your forehead in between your eyebrows. You will be using your right thumb to close your right nostril and your right ring finger to close your left nostril. And we will start after you fully exhale. And when you inhale, you will have your right thumb closing your right nostril, inhaling, and breathing out, closing the left nostril, breathing out through the right, not controlling, lengthening, or shortening your breaths. And we'll go ahead and inhale through the right nostril, keeping the left closed, and switching it, closing the right nostril, exhaling through the left. Nice, natural, steady breath. And breathing in through the left, closing the left, breathing out through the right nostril. And we'll go ahead and breathe in through that right nostril, pausing at the top, enjoying the sensation of the breath as you exhale through the left while you close the right nostril. And at the bottom of that exhale, starting to inhale through the left nostril while the right is closed. And at the top, switching the nostrils, closing the left, exhaling through the right. We'll go one more round, breathing in through the right, and closing the right, breathing out through the left. Moving into our easy pose Sukhasana. Breathing in, arms coming up, breathing out, arms coming down, moving in any way that feels natural for you, sinking into our practice, coming to enjoy the moment that you have for yourself. Moving into our bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Sits bones grounded, feet together. If you want to intensify this stretch, bring the heels closer to the hips. If you want to make it a little more intense, bring it out forward. Otherwise, back to our cross-legged posture, bringing that right forearm and elbow to the ground. Left arm coming up and over. Breathing in, arms wide, breathing out. Left arm on the ground, right arm over. Keeping that chest opening out to the side, sits bones on the ground. Just warming up for our class today. Into our revolved easy pose, breathing in, tall through the spine, breathing out, right hand to left knee, left hand behind the body. Breath in, coming through neutral, breath out, switching sides, left arm to right knee, right arm behind you. Feeling the space starting to open up, breathing into the body. And on your inhale, interlocking fingers, pushing arms straight up, looking up, extending through the crown of the skull in the direction of the ceiling, a little back bend, and exhaling into a forward fold. And getting ready for our tabletop pose, Bhamanasana. Go for a little wrist warm-up, sliding the hands back towards the knees, rocking forward and backward, staying on the toes. Maybe a little uncomfortable, but stretching through the wrist is important. Externally rotating the hands, thumbs facing top of the mat. Again, keeping that rocking motion going back and forth, back and forth. Nice and steady. No rush, nowhere to go, just the mat. And thumbs pointing towards each other, internal rotation. Rocking back and forth, back and forth. And we'll put the tops of the hands on the ground, stretch the tops of the wrists before swapping hands, palms on the ground, bending one arm, then the other arm, getting a nice stretch through those forearms. Moving into our cat-cow pose, inhaling, broadening the collarbone, looking up, dropping the stomach, exhaling, pushing into the ground through the hands, arching the back, looking towards your navel, flowing back and forth with the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, chest open, head up, belly drop. Exhale in reverse. And we are going to move into our Shakti flow, into a child's pose, breathing in into our upward dog, breathing out to the downward dog, and breathing out to child's pose. Before breathing in, moving forward, hips to the ground, tops of the feet on the ground, and breathing out to down dog. Breathing in, dropping the knees, breathing out, dropping to child's pose. Flowing with the breath, it might not line up exactly with my cadences, but just follow the breath. Breathing out to down dog, and breathing in, dropping the knees, lifting the chest, and breath out to child's pose. And again, breathing in, dropping the hips, shoulders over wrists, breathing out into down dog. Breathing out into child's pose, and continuing to flow through the up dog, flexing the glutes at the bottom of that. Breathing out into down dog, breathing in to tabletop, and out to child pose. Breathing in, dropping the hips, lifting the head, upward dog, into downward facing dog. Maybe pedal the feet out a little bit. Breathing in, drop the knees. Breathing out, dropping the hips back into child's pose. Breathing in, dropping the hips up dog into down dog. Go ahead and drop those knees on the breath in, breath out into child's pose. Breathing in, dropping the hips into your child's pose, dropping those hips. Moving forward, breathing in, dropping the hips into your up dog, pushing back into your down dog, Lifting that left leg up, bringing it into your high lunge, arms up, breathing out into your warrior two. Breathing in, straighten the leg, breathing out, left arm to the ground, triangle pose. Breathing in, bring the body up. Breathing out, left arm down, left leg bent into easy pose, before bringing it back into downward facing dog. It's our warrior pose, triangle pose flow. Virabhadrasana, Trikonasana, Vinyasa. Doing the opposite side, opening to warrior two, straightening that right leg, bringing right arm to the ground for triangle pose. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, bending into that right leg, left arm up above, for stepping back into downward facing dog. And pedaling the feet out a little bit before going back to the first side. Left leg forward, up into warrior two. Opening the arms, straightening the left leg, dropping left arm down into triangle pose. Bringing the arms back up. And breathing out, bending into that left knee, right arm above, left arm on the ground. Coming back into our downward facing dog. Right leg back up and forward. On your breath in, bring the arms up. On the breath out, opening into warrior two. Breath in, straighten that right leg, breath out. And straightening that right leg. Right hand to the ground, left arm up. Breathing in, bringing it back up. Breathing out, bending right leg, right hand to the ground. And moving into our warrior pose flow. You're going to stay in your high lunge. Into warrior two, arms out wide, looking over your right arm. Breathing in, arms up, breathing out into warrior three. Right leg, standing leg nice and strong before breathing out. Bringing that left leg back to the ground into your reverse warrior. Windmilling the arms down, stepping back into downward facing dog before lifting the left leg up and forward into your high lunge, breathing out into your warrior two. Breathing up, arms up, and breathing out, bringing it forward into your warrior three. Stepping that back foot back on the inhale, lifting left arm up and back. Keeping the flow going, back to downward facing dog. We'll lift that right leg forward into the high lunge, breathing out, warrior two. Breathing in, arms up, breathing out, warrior three. Enjoying the flow, staying strong through your right leg, continuing to flow into your reverse warrior. Building up a little bit of heat, starting to warm up the body. And pedal out the legs. Bring that left leg up, bringing it forward, high lunge, arms up on the breath in, arms out into warrior two on the breath out. On the breath in, hands up, breathing out, moving forward into your warrior three, before stepping that foot back into your reverse warrior. Exalt the warrior. Windmilling the arms down, back into downward facing dog. And pedaling out those feet, stepping that left leg forward into a low lunge pose, Anjaneyasana. If you need to fold the mat over, as I did, for a little bit extra comfort for the knee, or if you have any blocks, bolsters, padding, feel free to use it. And pushing into the hips, grounding those hips, making sure left knee is over left ankle before breathing out into your half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Breathing out, breathing in, lengthening, breathing out, stretching and folding over the leg. Enjoying this wonderful hamstring stretch. And moving forward into our lizard pose. Can keep the knee up or down, elbows up or down on the ground, depending on how deep you want the stretch to be today. Before moving to our twisted dragon, both arms straight, left arm pushing into the left knee, right shoulder over right wrist, pushing into the ground. Feet, right foot flat on the floor, left foot can roll to the outside of the left foot if the knee needs to open up. Throwing in a little quad stretch if you desire. It's one of my favorite stretches. I love to put that in there. Enjoying the pose. And heel toeing that left foot over towards your right ankle for a half pigeon pose. Feel free to throw a block, pillow, or bolster under your left hip. Breathing in, looking up, and breathing out, going for our sleeping swan pose. Sleeping pigeon, folding forward, Kapotanasana 2. Enjoying this stretch. You've been putting in some work, taking this time for yourself, enjoying the moment. Feeling the tension drain from the neck, head, shoulders, hips. Just being present with yourself in the breath. And coming up into a revolved head to knee pose, just sitting back onto your hips, left heel bent in towards the hips, right leg straight, breathing in, lifting up through the crown of the head, breathing out, folding forward over that right leg. Feeling that stretch in the hamstring, maybe in the back, keeping your back straight, rounding on the exhale, sinking into the stretch. And putting our right elbow on the ground, maybe tucking right hand under calf, lifting on the breath in and on the breath out, reaching the left hand over the head. Keeping the chest and abdomen twisting towards the side of the room, not facing down. And moving into our half Lord of the Fishes, rotating on the mat, right leg straight, left foot over the right side of your body, crossing over, right arm up, on the exhale, crossing that right arm over your knee, left hand behind you. Right arm can reach for the foot for the full expression of this pose, but it is quite intense, so feel free to leave the elbow on the knee. And our half cow face, bringing that left foot towards the hip, stacking left knee over right. Breathing in, lengthening up, breathing out, lengthening forward, folding over your knees, moving in the direction of your head towards your foot, nose towards your knee. Thighs squeezing towards each other, sits bones both on the ground. Palms facing up, right toes pointed towards you, making sure there's no pain or discomfort in the left knee, and enjoying the practice. Moving into our full cow face expression with eagle arms. Have your right arm under left, binding once or twice. Once in that position, you will drop your shoulders and then lift your elbows and then move hands away from head, feeling an amazing stretch in that middle and upper back. And moving forward into tabletop pose, hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, flowing through cat and cow, breathing in, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, broadening the collarbones. Breathing out, pushing through the ground, rounding the back, exhaling, looking to your navel. And low lunge on the other side, right leg forward. Feel free to fold that mat up if you'd like a little extra padding. And pushing into those hips, breathing in, lifting the arms up, sinking into those hips just a little bit more. Not forcing anything, but bringing your body to the edge, which might be further or less than what I'm currently at. But there is no judgment. It's your practice, not mine. Into our half splits, right leg straight, breathing in, lifting up through the crown of the head, breathing out, folding forward. Feel free to get your hands on a block there if that helps. But moving into our lizard pose, if the right knee wants to move out, you can keep the foot flexed to move onto the outside of the right foot. Into our twisted dragon, both arms straight, right arm pushing into your right knee, keeping energy through the right foot, possibly going for the quad stretch, grabbing your left leg with the right arm, if accessible. Can be quite intense in this position. Otherwise, opening the hips, enjoying the stretch, and being present with yourself. Heel-toeing that right foot over towards your left hand, sinking down into your half pigeon pose. Enjoying the stretch, making sure there's no discomfort in the lower back. Before breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, folding forward. Enjoying this amazing stretch. Taking this time for yourself in this practice. That's what self-love is all about. And dropping onto your hips, I will move just for the camera, but you can stay where you are, extending that left leg, bending the right leg, bringing the foot to the inner thigh, breathing in, extending up, breathing out, folding over the left leg, reaching for the feet. It's okay if it doesn't reach. Don't force anything. No pain, no gain. Will not work here. Dropping that left arm down. Maybe it goes under the calf. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the elbow doesn't even reach the ground. Totally fine. Breathing in, rotating and opening the chest. Breathing out, extending the right arm up and over your head. Feeling that side body open up from your armpit all the way to your hip. Feeling it through your hand. And we're going to break this up with a happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. Trying to keep shoulders and hips on the ground, grabbing the outside of your feet, maybe the calves, maybe the back of the thighs. Opening up those hips. Slight rock back and forth. Micro movements if they feel good for you. You don't have to stay perfectly still unless that's your intention. But I love having a little bit of movement. And our half Lord of the Fishes on the other side. Left foot over right leg, which is straight. Right leg is straight, left leg bent. Left arm behind you, right arm breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, right elbow to outside of left knee, grabbing the foot if you like the full expression. Perfectly fine if not. And into our half cow face pose, left knee stacked over right knee, left foot near your hips, breathing in, extending up, breathing out, folding forward. Envisioning that root chakra opening up, that red ball of energy at the base of your spine, humming with the breath of life. Appreciating this movement and space that you're bringing to it, opening up for a strong foundation. And bending that left knee for our full cow face expression, feel free to leave it straight. Otherwise, left arm binding under right, once or twice. You can drop the shoulders, lift the elbows, extend the hands for an amazing stretch through the upper back. And you'll feel this stretch in the hips as well, just a wonderful connection between upper and lower. Moving down into our wind release pose, on your back, drawing knees into chest, making any movements that feel good, rocking side to side, maybe a little forward and back, some knee circles, whatever works for you. Drop into our supine spinal twist, right leg straight, left leg bent, and folding over to the right. Feel free to bring both knees bent up if that's more comfortable. Extending left arm, looking over left. Sinking into this practice, both shoulders on the ground, hips stacked over one another. Breathing in, bringing legs up, left leg straight, right leg bent. On your breath out, folding right leg over left side. Feel free to bring your left leg up to meet the right so they're both bent. Otherwise, extend your right arm out, looking through your right fingers. And into our bridge pose, moving your heels in towards your bottom. Keeping feet a few inches apart, pushing into the heels, pushing through the glutes, maybe clasping hands if accessible. Bringing your upper thighs, twisting in together, making sure they're strong and stable. No pressure on the neck, plenty of space between chest and neck. And breathing out, coming into our corpse pose, Shavasana, our final resting pose. Feeling the difference in your body from when you first started the practice and now, the time that you have taken for yourself and how it affects your body. This rest that you've earned and definitely should not skip. Shavasana is the most important part of the practice, letting it sink into the body acclimates to its new range of movement. Enjoying the moment. And I will alert you when it's time to finish. Wiggling fingers and toes, starting to wake up, breathing in, extending arms up for a deep stretch, rolling over to one side, pushing yourself up, coming to kneel. And thank you so much for joining me today on the mat, for carving this time out for yourself. You are doing amazing things. It is awesome to have you here. I look forward to having you for the next one. Have an amazing day, and namaste.